YouTube, so this is me right now coming with the Camry again, getting onto the highway right now, so I'm going to give you a little bit of a highway drive. I've noticed that the suspension, the rear suspension, will need to be repaired, as well as the thermostat. You can see it runs a little bit colder than it should, but we're going to get on the highway right now. Really nice driving vehicle. Very smooth. Someone had mentioned to me earlier this week about Hondas being loud when they get older and Toyotas being quiet and smooth. That's pretty actually valid. My car has gotten a little bit louder since it was bought in 1999, but this car still is pretty nice. RPMs do run a little bit lower on this car than my Honda. The gears are a little bit more widely spanned, so it definitely does do a good job of keeping the fuel mileage going. But as you can see, the temperature gauge is already going down. This actually happened with my vehicle when the thermostat was going bad. So that's what leads me to believe that the thermostat does need to be replaced. It's a pretty cheap fix actually. It doesn't cost that much. It also would be wise to do it just, because you don't want the engine to be damaged over something so small that's easily fixed. So that's something to worry about. But the car has only used a quarter tank and it's been driven a good amount, so that says something right there. That means that this car has got really good gas mileage and nothing's really wrong with it. The road noise on the freeway is a little bit higher than I would like. It is a little bit like my Honda. It might just be the tires. The tires that came with this car could have just been a little bit cheapy tires or whatever. But it's not really a big deal. I actually really do like driving this on the highway. It's nice. It feels smooth. It feels confident in your hands. It's letting you know that it's here to do the work for you. So, I mean, this car is really a good vehicle to drive. It really is. It's nice. It's comfortable. My sister was driving it earlier because this is her vehicle. So we're just going to go ahead and dolly it up a little bit. But I did notice that the thermostat, you see, it is reading lower than it should. That's no bueno. That shouldn't be happening, so we're gonna have to get that fixed. And I think it's also preventing the torque converter from locking up. Although it is locking up, I think the transmission's up to temperature. I think it's just the engine. But regardless, it shouldn't be happening because this could be potential damage to the longer run if it's not fixed. So one thing to note is this car is slower than my Honda. When I was accelerating to get onto the freeway, I did notice the gears span was a lot longer, so it does tend to accelerate slower. And with the 2.2 liter, it does only produce 133 horsepower versus mine that produces 148. So at the higher end, my car will be faster, but this car does take off quite nicely. Very luxurious interior, like I said before. I am driving at nighttime, so I'm not going to really show you the interior that much. But everything is working up to par. The clock lights up perfectly, whereas my car, the clock bulb is out because it's a 6th gen Accord problem and it doesn't stop. So as you can see, it's really nice though. It's really smooth ride. My actual camera is resting on the steering wheel and you can't feel anything. The rear suspension does need to be redone. The shocks I'm not sure if it's shocks or struts in the back, but they are making some squeakies, so we're gonna have to go ahead and get those fixed. But otherwise, this car is a really comfortable and gentle ride. There's really nothing to complain about. In the long, this car is not gonna be kept forever. We know that. This car is not gonna be here forever. I mean, it's gonna die out eventually, but hopefully in a few years, my sister can have this car for a long while. It only has 104,000 miles on it, so it's still a baby. So other than that, it's pretty good. But as you can see, guys, I am going downhill, and if you look at the coolant, it's already down to cold. That's not normal. So yeah, we're gonna have to get that fixed because I don't want this car having damage already. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and just work on driving home because I am a little bit sleepy. So I will go ahead and talk to you in a little bit. And if you have any questions, post them in the comment section. Thank you.